Atendelo nomás. Disculpen la desprolijidad.
Sí. Hello.
Así, loco. Esto hace rato. Hello.
Hello, is this Raul?
Yeah, it's me, it's Raúl from Careta Radio.
Okay. Sorry, I literally just woke up. I had no idea what was going on.
No problem.
Is it? Are you interviewing Render Me Silent? Is that what you're calling for?
Yes, of course. We are live now.
We love Render Me Silent.
Yeah, we were talking that I personally like this kind of music, and I want to call you and have a little talk with you. And if you want to, we can start a little interview, if it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When did you want to do the interview?
Maybe we can do it now, a short interview.
Sure.
Okay, bueno, vamos a empezar. I'm going to make you some questions and then translate it from for the people from Spain and Brazil, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Bueno, vamos a empezar. Sí, es la hora. Hay como 6 horas de diferencia, Manu, por eso está dormido, pero bueno, vamos a darle para adelante.
Arranquemos.
Sí, están en Montana, en Estados Unidos. So, please tell us your full name and where are you from and how old are you, please?
Okay, so my name is Andre Kugler. I am from Germany originally. I live in Montana, and I'm 28 years old.
Okay, dice que su nombre es Andrew, él es de Alemania, bueno, from Germany, y me dijo la edad, ahora me olvidé, así que raro ver un alemán viviendo son de Montana, en Estados Unidos están ahora. And which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Ooh, my first memory. That's a good one. I'd say when my dad and I used to listen to Bad Company down in the gym when him and I would lift when I was a little kid, or I would watch him lift.
Wow. Bueno, y le pregunté cuál fue su primer recuerdo con la música, y el primer recuerdo ya es Bad Company, así que abrimos un canal a la buena música, por lo menos la que me gusta a mí, así que estamos todos contentos de vuelta. And can you tell us which was your first instrument?
My first instrument was the drums, and it still is.
Ok, perfecto. Le pregunté cuál fue su primer instrumento y me dijo que el drums, la batería, y que todavía sigue siendo su instrumento. And can you tell us how was the first time you play in public?
The first time I played in public, that was in middle school.
Okay. With some friends, with people from the school?
People from the school, yeah.
Okay.
And then later on, I ended up playing at a little place called the Yellowstone Perk, which was something outside of the school.
Okay, perfect. Bueno, le pregunté cuál fue la primera vez que tocó en público y me dijo, bueno, que en middle school, en el secundario, y que después, bueno, pasó ya a tocar en un lugar que se llama The Yellowstone Perk, ya un poquito más grande. And can you tell us how did Render Me Silent begin? How did the band begin?
Well, it started off as 3 guys just jamming out, really, and then from there we ended up trying to figure out who was going to start doing vocals, and it took us actually 2-3 years to finally fall into place with the right vocalist, which now we have Aaron, and he's the one who you hear on the track, Dark Passenger. And it's taken a while, but the band literally started right at the beginning of all the COVID stuff in 2019.
Perfect.
So everything just kind of really took a lot longer than we anticipated, because we were going through this pandemic and nobody could really meet up. So we just decided to jam on stuff, listen to different things, shoot each other ideas over through the internet. And here we are today.
Nice. Bueno, le pregunté cómo había empezado la banda Render Me Silent, y me dijo que empezó justo antes del COVID en 2019, como 3 personas que estaban llameando, que estaban zapando. Primero se juntaron a hacer eso y después empezaron a buscar vocalista. Estuvieron casi 3 años buscando vocalista. Dice que tardó bastante y que bueno, durante el COVID igualmente siguieron pasándose cosas. No se podían juntar, pero seguían pasándose cosas por internet, cosas así. Se iban mandándose, mensajeando y hablándose un poco. Y finalmente, bueno, después de casi 3 años ya armaron algo más fijo que se llama Render Me Silent. And can you tell us what did Render Me Silent means?
What does render me silent mean? Render me silent is pretty much, so what it means is to I guess to keep someone quiet.
Nice.
But the actual meaning behind the band name, that was something that our guitarist Carter came up with, and we decided that it would mean that we wanted it to stand for something like you can't keep us quiet. We're going to go ahead and play until we ourselves are rendered silent.
Wow.
Until we can't express ourselves anymore.
Nice. Bueno, le pregunté qué significaba Render Me Silent y me dijo que Render Me Silent es quedarse quieto, quedarse callado, estar tranquilo, o sea, dejar como algo tranquilo. Y que el verdadero significado para la banda lo trajo el guitarrista Carter, que justamente sería lo contrario, que, o sea, sería que no nos dejen no nos vamos a callar, no vamos a estar quietos, vamos a seguir adelante pese a todo. And can you tell us what did the Render Me Silent lyrics talk about?
So Render Me Silent's lyrics are actually, they talk about many things. Sometimes they talk about sleep paralysis. It's something that Carter, our guitarist, wrote about. And then Aaron likes to write about different shows even. So Dark Passenger actually is about the show Dexter on Netflix. The serial killer who kills all the serial killer who kills all the bad serial killers, I guess. He's working with the police force in the forensics side of it, and he kills all the bad serial killers, pretty much. That's what the song Dark Passenger is about. It's referred to the show Dexter. My vocalist Aaron, he also enjoys to just throw random things out there to kind of keep things different when it comes to vocals and lyrics. But he's a very creative individual, and sometimes he hits us with stuff from left field and turns out to be a complete masterpiece.
Wow. Nice. Bueno, le pregunté un poco de qué hablaban las lyrics, las letras de la banda, y dice que bueno, particularmente la vamos a pasar el corte de difusión de ellos, que se llama Dark Passenger. Habla sobre Dexter, que es una serie que salió en Netflix, que se trata de un serial killer que mata, bueno, justamente serial killers y que trabaja para la policía, y que también, aparte de imaginarse cosas con esa serie, nos dijo que el cantante trae un montón de cosas al azar, y que muchas veces la banda piensa que son cualquier cosa, pero terminan siendo masterpieces, que terminan siendo cosas bien importantes y que les gustan. And can you tell us how did you record Dark Passenger? How you went to a studio? How did you did it?
Well, with Dark Passenger, we already had it written for quite some time. So when we got in the studio, we already knew what we were going to do. We just decided to make a little scratch track. And if you don't know what a scratch track is, it's generally just a guide for you when you actually go into the studio, because generally you start with drums and then you go from drums to guitars to bass to vocals. Well, the drummer is going to need to be able to hear the melody to remember where he's at. So they had the scratch tracks made, and I went into the studio myself, and I set up the kit with the producer, and I just let it rip. I had it done, and Carter has a home studio, so he was able to go ahead and record all the guitars with Aaron and himself, which I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but our vocalist plays the guitar and sings at the same time. So what you're hearing is him multitasking.
Nice.
But and Carter is our lead guitarist who does all the solos.
Okay.
Mainly all the solos. They trade back and forth sometimes, but mainly Carter.
Ok. Bueno, le pregunté cómo ellos fueron a grabar un simple que se llama Dark Passenger, que es lo que estábamos hablando recién, y le pregunté cómo lo grabaron, y dice que principalmente ellos le mandaron al baterista con el que estábamos hablando, le mandaron un scratch track que es como una especie de guía con la melodía. El baterista fue a un estudio y grabó eso con un productor, que generalmente ellos se graba batería, guitarra, bajo y después las vocals. Y bueno, fueron después de él haber terminado en un estudio con un productor de grabar las baterías. Carter, el guitarrista, tiene un home studio, así que se fueron el resto de la banda se fue a un home studio a terminar de grabar todo. El guitarrista toca y canta, y bueno, Carter es el guitarrista principal, así que se van manejando entre ellos un poco para resolver cómo van quedando las canciones. And can you tell us how is to a drum player to record with a producer? You have to manage with a producer what?
So when it comes to with the producer and just kind of getting things figured out, you just, you communicate, see what it is they have, see what it is you have. I mean, usually, musicians like to use their own instruments. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the producer, you're there to play your part and listen to what they have to say. If there's something that you could do differently that may sound better, that you may not have thought of, the producer is there to show you things that you might have missed, or you might not know about, that could sound better because you hadn't maybe opened up to that avenue. Mm-hmm. So mainly, we know what we want to do, we get in and we get out, and generally our producer will tell us, hey, like, I feel like this would sound better if you did this. Mm-hmm. And then we go ahead and we change it up, we listen to it, we all like it, we say, okay, put it in, and then it's in there.
Okay. And the producer was a drum producer or for all the band?
No, for the whole band.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, for the whole band.
Okay. Bueno, le pregunté cómo era trabajar para un baterista, cómo era trabajar con un productor. Bueno, me terminó diciendo que el productor era para toda la banda, pero que en general lo que se hace es el productor escucha y te dice que está mal, qué es lo que a él le suena bien, mal, qué es lo que él siente que puede llegar a sonar mejor, y lo que hacen es prueban lo que les dijo el productor, y si les gusta quedan. Así que bueno, no fue tanto lío trabajar con un productor. And can you tell us, is there a metal music circuit in Montana?
Is there a what?
A metal music circuit for metal music. You can play
a secret or a scene?
No, a scene in Montana.
Oh, a metal scene. Yeah, we have a metal scene in Montana.
Really?
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have more than just us in Montana. I mean, there's actually a lot of metal bands here in Montana that are underground, local and in different cities nearby.
Mm-hmm. And which kind of metal?
It ranges. I mean, I'm also in a different metal group that's like death metal. So where you play completely different style of music, where there is no melodic, clean vocals. It's just screaming and growling. Mm-hmm. It ranges from thrash metal to death metal to melodic metal to God, I think they even have I think they even have grindcore.
Nice. I like. We like
So,
grindcore.
yeah.
Manu is. Yeah, of course. I'm living in Barcelona in Spain, and here we have Manu that is from. He lives in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and in Buenos Aires there is a grindcore and metal, a really big metal scene in Buenos Aires, and we really like that kind of stuff. Yeah, really. And bueno.
Nice.
Yes, of course. And me personally, I love Sepultura, Pantera, and Metallica. You know, I'm 40 years old.
Yes.
And I love. You like Sepultura?
Oh, I just Sepultura is great. Turned on to them by another drummer on YouTube. You might know the drummer. His name is El Estebario.
Yes. You know him?
I don't know him personally, no,
okay.
but El Estebario Siberiano.
Mm-hmm.
He turned me on to the drummer from Sepultura. Like just watching his videos, he was doing a video showing the drummer of Sepultura playing, and I was amazed, like just completely blown away.
Yeah. Brazil have a really nice metal scene too. And bueno, le pregunté si, le pregunté si Montana, el estado donde estaba viviendo él, tenía una escena de metal, y me dijo sí, que había un montón de bandas en distintas ciudades y que hay una escena de metal bastante grande. Hay death metal, grindcore, que hay también subgéneros así súper recontra pesados. And can you tell us what did you think about the social medias and streaming services?
Like whether they're good or bad, or just in general?
No, in general, and if they are good or bad, what do you think about that?
So when it comes to streaming services, I think they're great. They you know, they're a good thing for the listener. They make things easier for the musician or the artist to get their music out. But personally, what I don't like about the streaming services is that they don't pay the artists that well.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
At least the majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really enjoy Spotify. They have a lot of things that allow the artists to look and see what their numbers are on a weekly or a daily and weekly basis for listeners, which is super awesome if you're trying to keep track of where your progress is at with your music. But as for like pay wise, I think it's pretty low, to be honest with you, for musicians. I mean, we have to do so much extra work to try and even get a little bit out of it, which, I mean, we're not all there for the money. We're there for the music. We love the music, but obviously, you know, we want to make this our career. So somewhere down the line, we're gonna have to be able to make more money.
Of course. No, nice. We completely agree. We Manu and I, we are both musicians, and we are agree with that. Le pregunté, bueno, qué es lo que él pensaba de los servicios de streaming y las social medias, y dice que le encanta, dice que los servicios de streaming son buenísimos, pero bueno, que a la hora de pagarle a los artistas es malísimo, o sea que no pagan realmente lo que un artista necesita para sobrevivir, y aparte, bueno, que pagan muy poco realmente, y eso creo que tienen razón, y aparte le obliga a los músicos a hacer un montón de trabajo extra para tener visitas o escuchas en servicios como Spotify, y bueno, que algo bueno también es que el artista puede seguir, ¿no?, con la data, la info de cuántos oyentes tiene, de dónde son, qué edad tiene, todo tiene un montón de info disponible, pero bueno, que realmente no pagan bien los servicios de streaming como Spotify, por ejemplo. Manu, ¿tenés alguna pregunta para hacer?
Sí, quisiera entrar por el sonido. Yo sé que él es baterista, sí, pero bueno, si nos puede hablar un poco de cómo graba las baterías. Ahora vamos a escuchar Dark Passenger, tiene la batería muy al frente. También preguntarle por la mezcla, si es una decisión artística o es que él le gusta sonar al frente. Pero por el sonido de la batería.
Sí. We want to know something about the the way you record. It's an artist decision. How do you manage to the sound of the band? Who is in charge of?
Oh, that's a great question. So, when it comes to the sound of the band, who's in charge of it? We all have a part in it, obviously. We're all seasoned musicians. We've been in the studio multiple times. We've seen producers put certain effects on a song, do certain things to a song that we really liked. So we've picked up those tricks over the years. And, we talk to our producer and say, hey, we kind of had this idea. We would like to put like an 808 blast in here right before the breakdown. I feel, and then they're like, oh yeah, that'd be great. That would really just solidify coming into that breakdown. But mainly we just kind of listen to the song with the producer. Generally we let the producer do what he does best, and don't put any restrictions on him. That's when the real creativity starts to fly. And then from there, if there's something else that we hear that they might not have, we've got 4 guys in the band, so 4 heads are better than one. We just go in and we tell them, hey, I feel like we could put a crescendo here on the cymbals, or we can go ahead and cut off this note here to make the following section sound cleaner or transition cleaner, stuff like that. We all kind of put our heads together when it comes to that stuff.
Wow. Thanks for the answer. Me sorprendió totalmente. Son todos músicos sesionistas. Ahí está Manu, por eso suenan como suenan. Una bestialidad, porque grabar eso en un estudio casero, ¿no? Ahora, now we understand why you sound like that, man. Great decisions, great sound.
Okay. Thank you.
Sí,
Thank you.
Bueno, traduzco un poco porque nos dijo, nos quedamos todos con la boca abierta. Son todos músicos de sesión. Que vienen trabajando con productores hace bastante, y por eso nos dicen que ya el trabajo es muy colaborativo con los productores, que directamente no se abren a lo que dicen los productores y prueban todo, que dicen que ahí, eso es algo que me quedó, eso es muy de músico de sesión, Manu, que me quedó, es raro, no le vamos a repreguntar, pero es raro porque dice que a partir de que se empiezan a mezclar las ideas con el productor, ahí empieza el proceso creativo real. La primera vez que lo había escuchado, que lo escuché yo, y que después de trabajar un montón con productores, ya tienen ellos hechos, cuando van a hacer una canción, tienen un montón de cosas ya programadas y pensadas, pero que después siguen con el tema del productor. Y sí dijo que siempre, cuanto más gente esté involucrada en el proceso creativo de la canción, es mejor. Dice que somos 4, pero mejor ser 5. Así que, wow. Terrible respuesta. Y que todos los de la banda están. Sí, we really like what you say. Nice.
Decirle que yo escucho la batería muy adelante en la mezcla, por lo menos de lo que hay en Spotify. Si coincide conmigo o no.
Manu wants to know, because we hear a lot of drum, like the drum is really in the front of
at the
front of the sound, and that is an artist question, or is that you want to be like that?
Do we want the drums to sound huge, is what you mean?
Yeah, yes.
Like really up front?
Yeah.
Yes. No, we wanted, so what we wanted was, because, obviously I do a lot of double pedal work. And when I'm playing, it's difficult to hear every note sometimes that a drummer's playing, unless you have the producer mix and master it properly. And when we went in, they kept sending it back and back to us, and we said, well, we need to change something here and here. I feel like something's being drowned out here. Can we bring the drums up a little more? And they kind of came up with the fat drum sound over in New York, where our producer was to mix and master it. And when he finally sent us back, it was like I think it was like the 3rd or 4th time they sent it back to us. We were like, there it is. Okay. and you know, then it just kind of fit. It meshed. We were like, okay, yeah, this sounds great. This is leveled good. You know, we can hear everything that we need to hear. And we didn't really want to go for like a five-finger death punch overbearing drum sound, which, don't get me wrong, it sounds good, but we play similar kind of stuff, but we didn't want to sound like that. You know, we didn't want to put ourselves in that category.
Nice, perfect.
So,
we completely understand that.
Yeah.
Nice. Bueno, le pregunto...
¿Y la marca de la batería se anima a decir qué modelo es? ¿Cuál es la de esta
ahora le
grabación?
preguntamos para cerrar. Bueno, le preguntamos por el sonido de la banda. Manu quería saber por qué se escucha tan adelante el sonido de la banda y dice, bueno, que...
Sí, igual era una impresión mía y el tipo me reconoció que tengo razón.
Todo, no, terrible. No, y aparte son músicos sesionistas, tienen toda la técnica encima, no entremos más en cosas técnicas porque nos matan, Manu. Pero sí, le preguntamos por el sonido al frente si era alguna decisión artística y dijo que sí, que todos estaban de acuerdo en tener un sonido más que nada súper claro y que se escuche cada golpe bien claro de la banda. Y bueno, eso fue una decisión que tuvo el grupo y cuando el productor que estaba en Nueva York masterizando el tema, les mandaba las devoluciones, le decían que no, hasta que quedó esto, que es bueno el resultado final, que se escucha todo bien claro y aparte estaban todos de acuerdo en la banda a que quede eso. Le preguntamos por la marca de la batería y cerramos, Manu, ¿te parece?
Y cerramos.
Dale.
Sí, por favor.
We want to know which drum you have.
No, para la grabación.
Uh-huh. Can you tell us? Yeah.
I play a Pearl.
Okay.
It's actually a Pearl crystal beat, so it's acrylic, plastic, see-through.
Wow, crystal. And you record with that drum?
I'm not sponsored with them. I would love to be. I'm trying to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get there for years, but Pearl is a very, very big name.
Okay.
So you have to do a lot, obviously, and tag them a lot in a lot of things. And right now we're getting ready to try and book a little US tour.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll help out. But I play Pearl when it comes to the drum shells, and then I play on Sabian cymbals.
Okay, nice.
So.
Wow, thanks for that. Bueno, toca con Pearl, aunque no está sponsoreado por Pearl y Siljan creo que dijo de los platillos, está equipado hasta la gorra y la banda suena. Your band really sounds good, man. It's really so we appreciate your time and your effort. Thanks for your time and your support, and we really like to talk with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, thank you, and I would love to stay in contact with you guys. I actually have a question for you guys.
For me, for us. Okay.
Yeah, for you guys. So, how did you guys come across Render Me Silent?
No, because Manu and I, we love music. We love all kind of music, and we are always in Facebook, in Instagram, and on YouTube, listening to music, 24 hours a day, every day. So we
are sick people.
Really sick music people. Yes. No, and we.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
No, and we think that your band is really incredible. We really like it, and we keep in touch. It's okay.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Well, we're just to give you guys a little heads up. We are working on another single.
Okay.
And I don't think the boys would mind if I gave you the title of that song. It's called Severed Sanity.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a little faster.
Oh wow!
So that's about all I can give you guys on that, but it'll be a little faster and a little harder.
Perfect for us. Harder, always harder. Thank you very much.
Always harder.
Okay, we are going to listen to Dark Passenger, and thank you for your time and support. We keep in touch.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.